My mom was correct. You know, I used to think that women who try to avoid real conversations were just idiots. So, it turns out I asked my mother, I'm like, Mom, when I'm actually able to switch subjects in a conversation and be multidimensional and girls can't keep up, what is my responsibility to do? And she told me, dump them because it's a setup. And I didn't believe her. And I totally thought that was some baloney. And that literally they just wanted me to cut to the sex part, right? So check it. What happened was this, bro. I got into a fight at this nightclub, right? And apparently she knew she was going to be there. So she knew I was going to be there. So apparently she heard something about the nightclub and shit like that. About rumors going on. How I was getting with the girls and shit like that. And I got into some trouble. You know, I got into a bar fight and shit. And I got a lot of unnecessary attention thrown to me and shit. And that same girl who was egging me on for sex and stuff like that because I couldn't talk to her about anything else, even though we both liked the same thing and I was trying to be intellectual, I realized that she just wanted to cut straight to the case. What it was is she was trying to get intel on me. So she didn't want to plain out say it that, yo, let's fuck. But she basically implied that by not being multidimensional and not being able to keep up. And she's like, oh, this is going all over the place and shit like that. Like, bitch, we are not in school. We are not in school. Honestly, you don't want me talking about the same thing. You don't want me talking about multidimensional subjects. You don't want me to actually be a real fucking human being. You want me to be a dog. But once she heard that I was dogging bitches at this nightclub, she didn't push forward. She didn't do anything. It didn't get her hyped. You know what honestly it did, bro? She blocked me with no communication at all. So this bitch, my mom was correct in the aspect that she was trying to set me up because she knew some of the girls in the nightclub that got me in trouble. You know, I got into a fight with a couple of their boyfriends. So it's all like she knew what the fuck was going on, but she didn't want to be held accountable for it. This other girl, too, who I've known for quite some time, encouraged me to go out and chase the honeys. So, when she heard about this, you know what, like, have you ever had some rough sex? Some really rough sex where you left marks on the bitch, bro? Her titties were bouncing and shit, and I was looking at them like, damn, there were some marks on them titties, bro. She just got done with her session and shit because she was all sloppy and shit. And so I was, so I talked to her, and it was cool. And the special thing about this chick is, bro, she knew who I was, and she was one of the chicks that respected me. She wasn't in my rotation, but she was just like a background chick that I knew I just could just fuck at any time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was that nigga at that time. You know, I still am, but people respected me in such a way to where my presence was enough to get by. And it wasn't just that. I also applied strategy for this chick too. Knew me for having multiple chicks, so it was only natural that she wanted to tag along eventually. But I kept her around just because I was cool with her like that. But after she figured out that I got into all those fights with those people at the bar and shit, she also encouraged me to do that too. Like, she blocked me, and that's partially because she knows how I am as a person, and she actually wasn't trying to set me up, but she wasn't as freaky as people style assume, but you got to get to know her and shit like that. I know it sounds completely cheesy and shit, but my mom was correct in that aspect. That's only because like I got her in a different, this specific girl I'm talking about, I got her in a different mind frame than the other girl. The other girl had the intention, the other girl, this girl I'm talking about right now, was a fan of mine, but the other girl I was just speaking of was a total bitch. And how I knew she was fishy was she shared the same name of one of my friends from high school. The same last name, that is. I knew she was her cousin. I saw a picture of my friend from high school or her in a couple of her Instagram posts. She was pretty cool, but I could tell she was hella awkward and shit like that. And I could tell that she's had some cock. So you knew it was like, I thought like it was either gonna be my way on the highway and shit like that, but it turns out she had a secret agenda the whole time. She was spying on me and shit like that. She had people on top of people because my friend from high school sent her out. You know what I'm saying? But you notice the worst part about my friend from high school is I knew who she was, and I know that she was a fucking slut. So I know like that shit was connected. I knew she sent her. Even though we already liked the same thing, I can understand why she was there at the right time at the right place. And so when I started talking to her, I'm like, this bitch is kinda like untrustworthy and shit. I can't have a normal conversation without her trying to change it to her what she wants going on, you know? So it's like when I realized he blocked me, I realized, okay, so it's not about the bad boy. It's not about this and that. You just had a hidden agenda the whole time, and I was no fool to it. That's why I never fell for it, you know? So, my mom was really correct, because the whole thing about it is, I am no new to this shit. I've had enemies in the past, and you know what happens, bro. You know you have frenemies that fuck enemies, bro. And I'm no new to this. This is exactly like a definition of the shit that I go through, you know what I'm saying? That's not nothing new. And I actually appreciate that when that happens. When I see girls talking to people I know closely, it makes me more aware because I know them. And I know the people that they associate with. And when I know that, it gives me an extra heads up that, yo, these people are butting heads. These people are collaborating on how to bring me down. And fucking, that's crazy. You know, there was this one rap song I was listening to, and it was like, fuck a non-enemy, bitches making memories. That's real. I feel that shit because it's like, dude, I know they're in cahoots. You ever had a bitch that you were living in a place you didn't want anyone to know about? And she comes to and you guys have sex, and then she tells everybody where you fucking live, and she tells all her girlfriends about how you fucking did it, and like it's either no one cares or they get the intel and they use it against you and shit like that. Yeah, but it's fucking it's like that, man. My mom was correct. You know, don't talk to these women because I'm gonna put it like this: some women just don't have the ability to keep a conversation because of the thousand dicks that are stuck in her head, bro. Like that thousand souls that they enable her to think logically. Like she is not quick on her feet because of that. You have to understand that. And that wasn't the case with this chick. You need to be able to tell the difference because they're all trained to use their bodies, but the ones that fail at it the most, yeah, I shouldn't have to go any further there. But yeah, my mom was correct when she told me that if they're not willing to quote unquote treat you like a human being when you act like a human being, and they're treating you like a fucking dog. So basically, if they're treating you like a fucking fish that's got cats onto the hook, but you're a fucking shark, you eat the fish. You eat the fish. They know how much of a savage you are at heart. If they know, then they don't fuck with you. That's why she didn't fuck with me after she realized how savage I really am. So, this is my mom was correct. I know people don't want to talk about how moms be tripping, you know, they don't know anything, you know, oh, it's a different generation. No, my mom knows what's up, and she knows, like, how a lot of girls can play someone and shit like that. And she's even found for the new strategy that has been placed on me, where girls lie about shit that you're into just to get to know you because they're too fucking dumb and they're just trying to hop on the popular train and shit like that. That happens to me, too. But anyway, bro, this is Itachi MGTOW, and this is My Mother Was Right.